Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Red Light Special live with your girl, Yaminah Lejean. Hey, hey. So I have some special guests for you today this week. We got our homegirl, Trena Be Real. She's a talk show host with the Young Boss Media on Make Lemonade. And she also got the one dope chick who didn't quit. But before we bring her in, how y'all doing? Let me sip my wine. So y'all, I'm in another location right now. Things have been a little busy, so I had to rush back so I can be on live with y'all. So last week we was interviewing our girl Kalila Jordan, and we were talking about Black women in business and being in the entertainment and the things that we have to go through being in the business. And now, we're keeping it very successful. And our girl Kalila is a tourist. And she was saying that, she wasn't really feeling some of the other signs. And, I'm a Scorpio. We already went through the signs that we're most compatible with. But before we get into any more information, y'all, the weather has been all over the place on the East Coast and the West Coast. And I'm over here sipping my wine. Okay, we got to sip that wine, y'all, because the wine, the wine is what gets you through your day. Okay, that's what gets me through my day. So we're in a new location for Red Light Special Live. This is a temporary location. Your girl will have a new location for next week. And I'm sipping on my red wine. So today I'm drinking me some Campo Viejo. It's a Tempranillo red wine. I like to keep it classy and keep it sassy and keep it cute. So yes, y'all, I'm keeping it all the way live. So we're going to bring in our guests pretty shortly. Trena Be Real. She's a comedian, y'all, and we like to have fun and talk about our for JJs. Without further ado, I'm gonna bring her in right now. Okay, here we go. What it do, boo?
Hey, boo. How are you?
Girl, it's been a long day, child. It's a long day. I had to.
I got all my soft, fluffy shit for you, right? I was gonna soft and fluffy. I was like, okay, she says sexy. I want to be soft, sexy, and fluffy. That's the type of shit I'm into.
Yes, girl.
Yeah. Am I giving enough for the red? Right. I was trying to make sure I was sexy in the room.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, this is how I lounge with my long socks on. Should I show you my socks?
Oh, let me see your socks, girl. Let me see your socks. Oh, child, look at this.
I have the long socks on, darling.
How you doing, girl? How's things been treating
you? Girl, with everything that's going on, I will not complain. We just had the storm. Was it? Is it?
Isaias.
Yeah, he just had a lot. The tropical thing. He came real tropical. He uprooted all the trees. Okay. So, the city ain't as strong as it thought it was because the show got towed up out here. But other than that, like I said, I wanted to make sure I was sexy and ready for the red light because I need some sexy talking, grown up conversations besides everything COVID and wearing masks and all the politics. So I was ready for tonight. I will be sipping on my wine a little later, but I'm detoxing, so I'm sipping on water.
Okay, I heard that. So I love to highlight my girls, my Black women I know that's been doing their thing.
Yes.
And I know you got your new show with Young Boss Media called the One Dope Chick Who Didn't Quit.
You already know.
So I want to know, like, what inspired you to come up with that title and what inspired you to, take this leap of faith and tell people about yourself, and you're also interviewing other boss ladies and things like with your auntie. That's your auntie. That's
Yeah,
gonna.
Auntie Ife, honey. Auntie Ife. I couldn't leave her without Auntie. Auntie, let me just say, Auntie helped me get through this pandemic. Because, the one thing I realized, in order to get through the next part of the next chapter of my life, right, you got to keep your elderly safe, because they're going to keep you, they're going to give you that wisdom, right? Like your mom, your pops, your aunts, all the people that done lived through some shit, they can actually tell you how to get through some shit. So all these young friends, all they doing is Google, and they don't even read books. I like people that read books and intellectual. I like intellectual minds. I think I'm a sexosaxion. The person that likes intellectual people. Like I don't like to sleep with them.
I heard that, old souls are, they be the one, So I like to hang out with them too.
Yeah, I love Auntie Ife. I mean, she is a ball of fire, and she has a lot of life left in her. She's also a recovering stroke survivor, believe it or not.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay. I do like the shades that she be rocking, though. She be rocking.
Listen, okay. Ever since after the first show, she's been shading ever since. She is the new. This is her show. I'm helping her out on Friday. That's all.
I heard that. See, I have a person on my show. Her name is Pussycat.
Hey, Pussycat.
Up in my shit.
Okay.
She's coming up in my stuff, messing up my red light. So this is my co-host, Trixie.
And look how she looking like. She talking about herself. Look how she looking away like. I don't know what she's talking about. She is not claiming that. She like, you in her way.
Oh yeah, I'm in her way. You know what I mean? And so we've been in California, and I was quarantined for 2 weeks, and I had to bounce around because I've been helping my family. And so we moved to our next destination today. So everything has been kind of, all over the place. She's trying to explore.
How's she adjusting?
She adjusting. She 12, so it's not like she was 2. She got a little bit more of an attitude now, but she's adjusting.
Right, she got a little attitude. But that wine looked delicious. I can't wait to get into it. Like I said, I'm detoxing because I'm filming tomorrow. But after filming, I'm back to a little wine.
So you're an actress and you're a comedian. How long have you been in the game doing your art?
Okay. So I'm going to answer the first question. The reason I did One Dope Chick That Didn't Quit was because I've been inspired to never give up on things that I want in life. And I think I'm also a post-traumatic stress survivor. My first child's father was murdered. And then through that process, I feel like God was always working on keeping me on another journey, right? So I was able to come into work in the music industry. And when the music industry wasn't even named, like it was just like urban music at the time and rap music, and then it became hip hop and so on. So, I was around the time when you was around, when the time when it was actually good, the 90s, when it was actually popping, when the checks was popping, when the car service was popping, when the parties was popping, right?
Right.
So when it got whack, I left. And I went to go pursue a dream, another part of my life, which was to be a wife and a mom. And the journey back was the difficult one, because a lot of people, the sad thing, especially us, you start out doing one job, people don't see you doing something else, right? So if you was in sales and marketing, and one day you say, I want to be a doctor, they act like it's impossible. But if God gives you a vision, he's not going to give you vision without prevision, right? He's not going to give you an opportunity without telling you how to get there. It might not be easy, but it's going to be worth it if it's what you believe. So my journey started about 7 years ago. My brother had a stroke, and he, I looked at his life, and it was getting challenging, and I didn't know if he was going to be here long, and I didn't want him to pass without me pursuing my dreams, or at least him seeing me trying to be more than just this funny person and make everybody happy and make everybody feel good. But I also was given an opportunity to work with all these great artists in the entertainment industry. So it was it's kind of hard to leave what to pursue something that you dream to do, because it just seems impossible. But after my brother's tragedy, he said, "Sis, I think you should go for it." And I started. You don't really pay a lot of money. Me, it was like, but it takes, and it's will be so
right.
that was my mission. It was a unit card. What is it to become a SAG actor? And that was my motivation. Like I feel like I got into everything once I was because I always wanted to do it. I just didn't want to job. And then I got a husband, so make decisions and not make my family fall apart.
Hey, I mean that takes a lot of courage. That takes a lot of woman courage. You know what I mean? Because we always picking up the slack. We're the one taking care of the kids and the husband. Making sure everything is good. Down there and other. You know what I mean? We got to be cool and we got to make sure we sexually please our mate and shit like that.
Girl, listen, that's a whole conversation. Whenever you're ready to have that is to me what is the art of being married and keeping a happy home, right? Because it's boundary, right? Like I married a Jamaican, and a lot of people say, "How did you get a Jamaican not to cheat?" They normally got maybe first of all, I met him when he already had all the baby mamas, but also by the time he met me, he realized he had something that was worth not messing up for, So
Yeah.
it was like, and two, I guess I'm one of those people that I think when you're satisfying somebody, that's not always about what they're satisfied, it's about what you're satisfied with. So I ain't gonna be letting you make mine all raggedy.
Right.
So you get it in levels. We get it in, mine is like a treat. My husband be so excited, he'd be like, "Ooh, it's all fresh, I feel like a virgin again."
Hey. Speaking of which, as we're talking about that, and this show is about sex and relationship tips.
I already know. I was ready.
So, what's your sign, and what's your husband's sign, and what guys do you feel you've been most compatible with?
Okay, I am a Virgo. My husband is a Virgo Libra. He's on the cusp. He's like on the 20. He's on the 22nd, so he's like right on the middle, right? It's weird when you say that, because Virgos, we are Earth signs, so there's not a sign that we're not. What I'm not compatible to is fuck boys.
Say it again. She is not
compatible to fuck boys.
Compatible to fuck boys.
Right. So that's all I can say with that. I don't really have no other.
Okay. Well, see, I'm a Scorpio, and I've dated Virgos, and I vibes with Virgos. Sometimes y'all could be a little bit too extra critical and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And the arguments between the Scorpio and the Virgo is like everybody better run for cover.
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna argue with the Virgo, you gotta have all your facts straight.
Right. And know that when we're asking you some shit, we know already. Trust and believe. Trust and fucking believe. We already know. We just want to see if your ass gonna tell us, because y'all are some sneaky people. You're not, let me say this. You're not sneaky, but you're not gonna tell if we didn't actually see you do it, you're not giving out information. And I'm gonna drink some water on that.
See, the thing about Scorpio is that like the men and the women are different.
Now, not all the time, depending on the caliber of the man, but I just feel like with most Scorpios, and I have female friends and male Scorpio friends. When they're into you, they're definitely into you, right? But you guys attract a lot of people. Your signs are the kind of signs like you're like magnets, and you like you're aroused by different things with people.
We don't have one type.
Right. Yeah. Y'all don't. Like, it's just, and it's weird because when you look at them, you think you know what they like, and you just don't, because what you thought they like is totally opposite.
Totally
opposite. Right. Yeah. So by saying that, I will say that I'm grateful that I had a young, pleasurable youthhood. Like I explored before I met my husband, and I knew what I didn't want. Right. I knew what I didn't want. So when I met somebody that had the majority, even if it was the complete, I was willing to work with. Like I told people, y'all building bears out of this bitch. I'm gonna build a man. And that I went over that route. I was like, I'll take a little of this, little of that, because I'm not into community dick. Like I'm really not into.
I don't understand how dudes think that women want community dick. Like we don't. That somebody just put something up about polygamy, and I've had a few men that tried that route with me, or wanted to try that route with me, the whole polygamy ish situation. And there's a meme going around right now where they call it polygandry. I don't know. I might be saying it wrong, but it's when a woman has like multiple men and she's holding a baby and she has 3 men behind her. And I'm just like, hey, if you're a woman that you want to have multiple DICK, that ain't me, because I like to keep my walls intact.
Exactly.
And I don't like multiple dicks,
exactly. I mean, listen, there's a freak for every situation. I done seen it all from the videos. I've seen people having sex with animals and all kind of freaky shit. I'm not surprised I'm just not into all of that. Like, I'm personally, I know if there's a certain freak level that I can get into, but as a married woman, look, going back to as a married woman, yes, there's boundaries of where you're going to go. Like, I just don't think you should invite anyone into your bedroom, because unfortunately what happens is everybody's not built the same. And they're just not. So even when people say, oh, I'm not going to do this, oh, I can handle this, I've never seen it work out well for anyone that I know. And if it does work well, then you have fucking what is it? What's his name? August coming back talking about entanglements for you. Yeah, like, I don't even want to say his name out loud and give him no more credit. It's like, it's like, I'm at a level and an age that I just think sex should be something that is a spiritual journey and something intimate, shared with 2 people that are at least loving enough, even not in a union, that I love and respect you enough to not hurt you. And I think there's a lot of hurt people right now, like just doing all kind of nasty shit. And I just think that's the dysfunction, Yeah.
I agree with you with that, because I feel like, at this point, relationships, I think this younger generation with women, I grew up in, and I know you're wise. I know you know about this. Like, I grew up, around the Little Kim, Foxy Brown, that whole era. As long also Queen Latifah, MC Lyte, Missy Elliott, know, that's I'm an 80s baby. You know what I mean?
Right.
So when Kim came out, it was like, especially when they were, the poom poom in the face and all that stuff. I was still young, but the ones that were a little older than me, they were in high school. Like, I know you're a little older than me, but I know you was like living in that lifestyle.
I was in it. I was at the video. I was in the movie, and it was the best time ever. And I think to me, it was sex appeal at a different level. Like, this is straight ratchet now. Like, to me, I think it was sex appeal with classiness. It was where you, and I respect what you do as a burlesque dancer. Like, I can't wait for you to come back and teach a class, or I'm gonna do the virtual. I just want to really I want to be in the room. I want to feel the energy because there's nothing like that energy of that dance class. I remember what that felt like. So, but yeah, you guys, you got to tune in. If y'all haven't checked out her class, you need to do it. If you're trying to get sexy back in your love life, let me tell you about my girl here. She got it for you. That's why I came up here, because I'm like, wait for her to come back to get this class and do some things up in my bed. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, child. So I want to circle back to your show. So, what are your goals with your show? What is it that you really want to accomplish? Now that you have it out, you've had a few episodes, you have been bringing other people on your show, you have your auntie there supporting you. As an actress, as an activist, as a comedian, where do you see your show going, and what are your plans with that?
Well, I definitely see it becoming mainstream at some point. I just feel like right now we're at a time where people need to, they're tired of fake news. Feel good conversations with real people that can be relatable, that actually care about them, that actually want, that really want to change the world. Like, I'm not gonna make it and then like I'm out and living in my big house and I'm forgetting about the urban things that really has to show that, and that's to make a difference in our Black and brown communities and just for people in general. Like, I want to be that type of activist and actress that live by what I say, and not just like I'm out at a march. Like, I really want to invest in my community. I want to make change. I want to show us how to build distribution companies and not have to, and really have be a mogul and be a media house for other people coming under us to learn that even if you can't be in front of the camera, there's so much work behind the camera for us. There's so much work for writers. There's so much work for people to help with commercials so that we can be seen in another light. And then we also need to retrain the thought process of the people that have felt forgotten. So I feel like my show, The One Dope Chick Who Didn't Quit, is for those people who feel like the only way out is to be a hustler or a stripper, or, don't get me wrong. Everybody, some people, they gonna be a hoe. That you just got hoe qualities. That's just who you gonna be.
Right.
Your mama was a hoe, your granny was a hoe, and that's all you know is hoeing, right? But there are some people who want a way out. I want to, and I'm not knocking the hoes, because hoes need love too. Hoes do what they do.
Hoes do need love too.
Hoes need love too. I actually know I got hoe friends. I like some, I don't choose to indulge in hoealities. That is not my thing. I'm like you. I don't like a lot of different community things. I don't want to have to be going get checked up for different doctors. I don't want my thing smelling like a salmon cake or a fish factory. I like smelling like peaches and cream. I like strawberries. I like being able to do the scratch and sniff no matter where I'm at. I don't mind if somebody drops something between my legs. I say go get it. I ain't got to rush and get it before you get it because you might smell something on your way down. I don't have those problems.
See, so I have not heard anybody be that real, okay? Because as a performer, especially as a dancer, you're always around, you're in the dressing room and you're changing your clothes and you're all this. And you may smell a little.
Just a whiff of it come past you like.
Whiff of it come past. Now, this is the thing about the whole community dick thing and the young ladies right now who feel like it's okay to be fucking anybody they want to fuck. Like there's yeast infections, bacterial infections. There's so many things that come.
What is it? Vaginistas, all kind of shit that you can't even pronounce no more. I don't want none of that. I don't want nothing I can't pronounce. Yeah, trichomoniasis and licolismus. I don't want none of that shit. You know what I mean? I don't want to go get no monostat. I don't want none of that shit. I've been married. I ain't had to get none of that since I've been married. Let me just say, because that's how I know. My husband, if I get anything, who you been with? Because we had no problems in 17 years. Okay?
17 years.
17 years, I had that same Peter. I just give it space. He want, you get it once a week or maybe twice, but I just not every day. We ain't all day long, 5 days a week, and since the pandemic trying to make no baby. No, I am a working mother. I will feed you. But it's also women, y'all can't just think y'all gonna have sex all day and that's what's gonna make a relationship. You also gotta feed a man mentally, spiritually. A man gotta see you wanting something for yourself.
Yeah.
A man or a woman. It ain't even, let me tell you something, because I ain't biased in relationships, right?
Right.
I got all kind of friends, so I'm talking to everybody because I know the show. You got everybody watching.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm talking to anybody who's watching us that if you are loving yourself, whatever mate you get, let me just be known that you definitely want to make sure they mentally right now. Y'all got to start checking people's mental stability.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. That ain't right now. Like I would be scared to date right now with some of the things that y'all are dealing with in the dating zone.
Oh, Jazz or Ray Jones says, say that again, girl. Yes. And she also said, real talk, preach, keeping me on another journey.
Yes. Listen, God is good. And we gotta, sex is a part of life. God didn't give Adam Eve for no reason.
So this says, okay, so let's get into a little bit more nitty gritty.
Okay, let me sit up. We need a little bit of cleavage. No.
That sex is, if you're in a relationship with somebody and the sex is not good, do you think the relationship can still last? Do you feel that sex is, it may not be the number one thing, but do you feel like it's very important to have a good sexual connection with your partner?
I think intimacy is important. I think we got so caught up into sex, we forgot intimacy. Making someone feel important and what that looks like running your bath water and making you feel like I want to rub you down with some oil and maybe not even have sex right away. I might make you wait. I just want to just do all that just to make you feel appreciated. And I think that's what's missing. Like I think, taking walks again, you can't lose the romance in a relationship, I think. And I think that's the key. Like you gotta keep it fresh.
Yeah, I'm single. And
By choice, I know, darling.
what'd you say?
I said only by choice, darling.
Only by choice. Only by choice.
Only by
And,
choice.
like as a Scorpio, I am always attracting so many different kinds of men. And as Scorpios, we're always looking at the potential. We see the potential in the person.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean that they will get there. You know what I mean? So like that, what do you say for women who feel like they meet a person, they see the potential, but that person isn't there yet? And they feel that, okay, that's okay. I'm going to nurture them so they can fit just for me. I feel I've done that before, and I feel like it doesn't work.
We're not here to raise nobody, darling. That's not your job. Your job is to work on yourself and have somebody meet you in the middle. You know, and that's really it. I think we work so busy, you fixing them for the next person. All you doing is you shining that penny for the next doll. No, I ain't doing that no more.
Yeah.
You don't shine no penny. You see how he said he didn't he ain't gonna leave a penny for a dime. No, well, don't you leave no nickel don't you leave a quarter for a nickel. And that's normally what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what you need to do, if we're not compatible, we're gonna know we're not compatible.
Yeah.
And that's it. If he's not willing to work on himself, I'm not gonna keep trying to fix somebody that deal with his mama issues and all that, because you're gonna have to have them same issues with me. I ain't got time.
See, that's one thing that I had to learn, just coming up and dating and things like that. And I'm the oldest of 7 kids, you know what I mean? So I have 4 sisters and 2 brothers, and I watch all of them go through their relationships. And so with me, I've dated the whole zodiac sign, you know what I mean? I know that I'm more compatible with Cancers, Virgos, Pisces sometimes, Capricorns maybe. See, Capricorns, yeah.
All I'm gonna say is this: I have some very good Capricorn friends. I think they are very determined people, and especially the men. The men are very focused, and that's it. I can really just say that.
See, the Capricorn, they like to argue. They love to argue. They like to be right all the time. And I think there's like, for me, you got to stimulate my brain. And I think that's what a lot of men don't understand with mature women, is that you got to stimulate my mind before you stimulate my coochie.
Yeah, I think that's most women that are a mental stimulation. Like if you just like I said, if you just a woman that is really trying to please a man, then he don't have to stimulate your mind. But if you're a woman that wants to be pleased, a man has to say something pleasing for you to even get to get excited. You know, to really get a real orgasm. Now, if you're gonna fake one, then you don't really gotta do nothing.
A lot of women fake.
Most of them do.
Most of women fake. I feel that, I don't tell everybody my age, but I am an 80s baby. And I feel like for women.
Girl, I wish I was an 80s baby. I wish I was an 80s baby. I'll take 80s over my year any year, but
I mean, you teaching the kids, you know what
I'm like fine wine, you know what I mean?
Girl, you is fine. Why?
That's why I'm over here detoxing with this water.
I need to be detoxing too, but
no, I'm having wine on Saturday. I'm actually going to a paint and sip. It's my girlfriend's birthday. It's my girlfriend's birthday month. So I've never been painting and sipping, but I'm actually gonna have the lady on my show tomorrow. So tune in. It's a spot in Brooklyn that I'm gonna have Miss Janelle on the show tomorrow. She's gonna talk about her paint and sip and doing working during the pandemic. We all trying to figure out how to survive this thing right now.
I mean, we really are. And to be honest with you, if you play your cards right, you can actually be very successful during this pandemic. I feel like people were too consumed with trying to open up and trying to do the regular shit that we were doing before.
Right.
We weren't really looking at what we can really do virtually, how we can really connect. Because think about it, especially being in entertainment business, you know what I mean? This one thing I also want to ask you is on a whole different topic. How have you dealt with colorism as a Black woman, as an actress, as a comedian? What do you feel has been a change from when you first started to now?
I definitely feel like the pandemic gave us more opportunity for castings, being a SAG actor, and I don't have an agent yet. It's coming this year, though. It's coming. I see you because I'm working on my voiceovers. This is my radio voice, right? So the agent is coming this year, right? So I feel like not having an agent yet, it's definitely opened up the market for more casting opportunities. Definitely more virtual rooms. Casting directors were actually doing virtual classes. You definitely had an opportunity to reinvest in your career and your craft, right? So those were the things that I was definitely doing and taking advantage of, and I'm still doing and taking advantage of, like yourself. I think this is a great time for anybody that wants to get into arts or say they, this is your dream. This is a time to not procrastinate. Like, this is a time that everybody's on the same playing field if you work hard. Like, I have so much to prove to so many people. So I'm working so hard this year to really make 2021 an amazing year, even through this pandemic. Like, I don't even care what's going on outside. I'm like, okay, if I gotta be stuck in the house, then I'm gonna be stuck in the house working on the best part of me, which is making the world a better place. And I know I make people feel good. Listen, I was walking in the park trying to work out yesterday, and I'm having fun talking to the white lady. Said, "Can you bottle that up?" I don't even know the white lady. She walking the dogs. Can you bottle that up? You ain't gotta believe me. I got a whole video to prove it. She talked back to me, my girlfriend. I said, "Yeah, baby, I need to bottle this up. This needs to be bottled." Because I wake up like this. You heard? I wake up with this kind of love and energy. I really believe when you're destined to do something, don't matter how long it takes, you just got to keep pushing. And the only colorism I dealt with is niggas. Okay? Niggas not wanting to open the door and letting me in. That's the only colorism I've dealt with. It's like people know what you do and ain't opening the door, ain't helping you. They waiting for you to make it. And then they're going to be like, oh yeah, I remember you was this and I remember you do that. So that's the only colorism I've dealt with is niggas. People that you think gonna help you ain't gonna help you. So you got to help yourself till you get there and then look back later. And thank God for the process. I ain't mad at nothing though. That's the only colorism I felt. I feel that I have had even, and it ain't even just black. It could be just white people sometimes that just have a nigga mentality.
Right.
So nigga, when I say nigga, I just say that just for your mentality. It ain't even the color for me no more. It's just if you acting like a nigga, that's like I'm a use a nigga. You be white.
I call everybody a nigga.
Well, everybody be a nigga to me. I be like, you be Mexican. You be like, why you acting like? I be like, you a nigga.
When I tell white people they a nigga, they be like,
Yes, I call them straight up because if you acting like one, because see, I think they got it messed up. Y'all think it's one way to look on a color. I think it's an attitude. I think a nigga is an attitude in a systematical way. I think when you act like a nigga, behavior, ways, and you do niggerish shit, and you got niggerish ways, and you do niggism type things, I'm trying to create my own word with nigga. You is a nigga. So I can't let it out my vocabulary, and I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say it. I might not say it out loud, but I'll say it when I'm doing my comedy.
No, I mean, I feel like, I've been in the game for 18 years now. I was 17 years old when I started. And I would say, being a video vixen, being a dancer, I always had ass. I got a little thick over the years, but I was always petite with a whole lot of ass and a baby face. You know what I mean? And my predators were black men more so than white men. Not trying to take off not saying that racism wasn't a part, but I just feel like with black men, when they would see me, I was just a treat for the sharks. You know what I'm saying? And so I experienced more so colorism when, because, a lot of black men, when they become successful, they want an exotic woman. And usually an exotic woman is light-skinned or from a different country. Normally is they're light-skinned and from a whole different country and things like that. Now, when I have worked with white men in entertainment, I was more of a fetish. You know what I'm saying? My skin tone, because I'm cultured, it was a fetish. So it was like a lot of black women in entertainment get caught up with that, the whole fetish part. And there's like, I had to tell them, when white men are gravitating to you for a fetish, that doesn't mean that they're going to treat you better. You know what I mean? Right. They're going to want you to do something for them eventually to itch that fetish. Now with black men, I feel like in the entertainment business, how they do brown-skinned black women or darker-skinned black women, they are very much attracted to us. Not that they're not attracted to us, they're very much attracted to us in a sexual way. So I feel like we're more sexualized by Black men in the entertainment business, and with white men, we are more fetishized and romanticized in that kind of way. But we're not necessarily on the arm trophy wife type of women. You know what I mean? As far as brown skin and dark skin women goes, in my experience in the entertainment business, I feel that now with things changing, especially with, you know, the injustice that's been going on with the system, the pandemic, and even before that, you know what I mean? I think people have been, Black women have been more outspoken, and I mean, I feel Black women have always been outspoken, but I just feel like now people really are gravitating to chocolate, and really seeing it as a not just a fetish, not just a sexualized type of thing, but as a, you know, appreciation.
Right. As an
and I think that's important. Now, I'm not saying that light skin is better than dark skin, or dark skin is better than light skin, but I feel like the opportunity should still be equal.
I think if you're good for the part, then you should get the work. I don't think it should be light skin or dark skin or what. I think if the director or someone has a certain look that they envision this character being, then
Mhm.
great. But I don't think it should be based on, you know, if what the story entails. You know, I definitely think we should be given opportunities that anybody, and paid the same money as
Mhm.
any other person based on our talent and our abilities and what work we're willing to put in. And
Right.
the one thing I've known, and I know that is so true in this industry, and I've watched it over the years, is that no matter what, we have to stop being so cliquish and give ourselves opportunities that other people don't give us, and
Mhm.
not always waiting till you know this person and know that person. Like, everybody deserves an opportunity to be seen. So most of the time I ask them, just give me a read or an audition. I'll
Right.
the proof is in the pudding with the work. I can do the work. All I need is access. Once I'm given access, all I'm saying,
Right.
I'm gonna be Kevin Hart and the dog. I'm coming for
Right.
everything that's for me. And then I'm giving opportunity to everybody else that I feel they should have. I want to be like the Issa Rae of this thing. I want to give opportunity to more people worthy, not just, you know, anybody that's ready to work, you know, but definitely like Black and brown people.
I'm very proud to see Issa Rae, you know, doing her thing. You know, I knew Issa Rae before she was big Issa Rae, because she's really close to people that I'm really close to. So to even see her career, with the whole awkward Black girl, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Remember her when she was really starting to, I mean, face to face. Like, I remember,
Right.
and I've even donated back in the day, and
Right.
see her grow from then to now. I don't have a personal relationship with her, but I have been around her. My people that I'm close to are very close to her.
Okay.
And I've, you know, I've met her. I've been in weddings with her. I've had conversation with her. And what she always told me was to just stay on your grind, you know,
Yeah.
just on it. You know what I mean? When I moved to New York, I had a lunch meeting with my friends, and she was there. And she basically advised me that, you know, do your thing in New York, because we're both from LA. You know, do your thing in New York, and then when you get back to LA, be on top of your shit. You know what I mean? So when I see Issa Rae, it really inspires me and motivates me to keep pushing. You know what I mean?
As you should.
Yes. When I
As
see
you should.
Viola Davis, I mean, Viola Davis been around forever. You know what I mean? I remember, wasn't she in Denzel Washington and Saving, I can't remember his name, but Viola Davis has been around for a while. But I feel that things are kind of turning in the industry. You know, I'm also a SAG after I'm in the union as well.
Yeah.
And you know, I think it's important for Black artists to be in the union, for one. And I think it's important for Black artists to use their voice. And I feel for you have a story, and I think that you should keep telling your story, and maybe artistically create a project that is ingrained or is not, I wouldn't say ingrained, but more so focused on your life, because I feel like you have so much to say. You have so much of an experience, you know what I mean? So I feel like with you, someone can make a movie out of you. You know what I mean? But
I believe that in due time, girl. In due time.
You should do it though, because you got to be the executive producer, the owner, the creator. You got to trademark all your shit.
Yes. Well, sister, I look forward to everything that God is allowing. Like even doing the show with you guys on Tuesday, it's a blessing. It's refreshing. You
Mm-hmm.
guys have a lot of young, fresh energy and that fresh fire that keeps me motivated and
Mm-hmm.
keeps me reminded that I have a purpose, even with my crazy shopping antics. But it keeps me focused during this time, and it's helped me be a better engager during this whole virtual world. Because being a entertainer and doing comedy and stand up, I actually started out doing stand up just hosting for another comedian. I never thought I would do stand up. I
Oh wow.
actually fell into it, but I've always been a great storyteller and engager. I like people. I actually love people. I like people in general until you make me not like you, right? I think as I get older, I get more introvert, but I actually like to make people smile. I like to make people laugh, and I've had some great experiences in my life, so I'm willing to share.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, but I think the most important thing about comedy is that you got to be willing to do the work. Like I watch a lot of great comics. I love Richard Pryor. I love a lot of the comics that most people wouldn't even know that I watch. But I
Right.
watch the tapes. I go back and watch tapes, and I watch what made them great. And I watch that they were timeless. I like Coco Brown. I was actually lucky enough and honored tonight to jump in on a Zoom call where I was actually, given a 2-minute powwow. And it's
Right.
like God, it's like, when you say God, I truly believe when you pray and you ask God to order your steps,
Mm-hmm.
orders them. And this networking event, it was virtual, and a lot of people don't realize that's where we need to start preparing ourselves to, because until they figure out what's in the air, um,
Right.
what's killing people, because I don't really believe it's actually the disease. I think it's the medical treatment and the time that people are taking to actually go get treated. Because I
Right.
know several people who have had COVID, and I think it's the way you attack the disease, and people got to care enough to help you fight.
Yeah.
Like they say, this is a fighting disease. So until they figure all that out, we got to really start loving this new virtual world. And I'm learning to get in it.
Hey, I'm with the virtual world. You know what I mean? Because in New York, I was in Brooklyn, I was in Harlem, I was in Queens, I was in Long Island City, I was in the Bronx, I was in LES, I was all over the place teaching at these different schools about African dance and Caribbean dance and Black culture. And the fact that I don't have to get on the train and run all over town, to do all of that is a blessing.
Right.
Because the dancer, even though we got to run around physically, we still got to teach and physically work. And I normally have about 30 to 40 students in my classes.
Right.
So to be able to transfer that onto virtual world where I don't have to get on the train and run over here, to me, it helps my energy. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I can be able to have a good mind and a calm mind to produce my shows. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And see, I'm the opposite. Without a live audience, people sending a damn happy emoji don't feel the same as you seeing them actually laugh, or
I still like the
yeah,
yeah,
or
yeah.
the delayed laugh because the Wi-Fi, you don't know if it was hit right, and you're like, oh, they laughing now. Okay, that worked. Like, so sometimes, I don't really,
The
it's
struggle.
right. But like doing stuff like this where you can be sexy and soft,
Yeah, this works.
Yeah, this works. I'm all sexy and soft. I'm laid back in my bed with my sexy clothes on. I was like, yeah, I could do this. Now, yeah, I could definitely come into the red light anytime you want me to come in and be sexy and soft. I got tons of these sexy and soft looks for you.
Well, I love to keep it sexy. For me,
Yeah.
it's like, coming up in the game, I was always sexualized. People wanted me to be into Maxim magazine and
Yes, girl.
all that kind of stuff. But at that time, I was still doing Disney, so I was like not doing that. And so for Red Light Special Live is really not, it's not necessarily, everything is sexualized, but it's about sensuality. It's about having a voice. It's about
Right.
women and Black women and women of color and our struggle and the things that we have been through with relationships and business and all those kind of things. So, I thank you so much for being on the show, because I definitely think your voice you have a story that should definitely be told. And you've been in the game so long, and I love working with you on Make Lemonade. Shout out to Young Boss Media. Shout out
Yes, Young Boss Media. Yes.
to
Yes. I just love Young Boss Media.
Me too. I'm just very happy that you have your own show. Like, I think that that's really, really dope for you, because I think that your voice is so strong. You have so much to say. You know, when we're on Make Lemonade and we going through the shopping tips, I'd be like, I just want a little bit more from Trena, because like she got so much to say. And then when you come in with the topics, I'd be like, hold on. Like, we need to bring this into factor. But what I do like is that you're educating these young women how to take care of their fucking vaginas.
Yes, girl, because I can't go in the bathroom behind them no more. The bathroom is disgusting. Sometimes it's like I'm hurt for them that they smelling like that. It don't make no sense. Like, you are not supposed to smell like that. And then I don't want no, none of my nephews or my son, or I don't want them to encounter that thing, and that's what a woman's supposed to smell like. I'm always on my daughters making sure, because that's the one thing you just don't do. Like, if I go in the bathroom behind one of them, I'm like, oh, you need to drink more water. Oh, you need to, I'm on it. Like, I don't play these games when it comes to that cuckoo and them cookies.
The cuckoo and that cookie.
The cuckoo and them cookies got to be right.
The cuckoo and the cookies always need to be right.
Got to be right, okay? Don't nobody talking about you smell like tuna or salmon, because this is not supposed to smell like a fish. It's not. When people tell me, hey, well, mine smell like a fish, something wrong with you, boo-boo.
Something's wrong.
Something wrong.
But Trena, men can smell like fish too if they're not circumcised and they don't pull that skin back.
And wash it right, yeah. They got to soak that thing and clean it. They got to pull it back, ring around it, wash it. Actually, I showed you the guy wipes that I had bought for my husband. Remember those ones? I said, girl, y'all need to invest in these, because then time y'all go out somewhere, your husband might go, you might want to get a little freaky out in the car and be like, hold up.
Right? Wipe that shit.
Get your wipe it down.
Yes.
I don't want no salty shit. Ain't nobody doing all that. I'm old for that right now. Listen, you see how pretty these are my teeth. I didn't invest in none of them teeth yet. I ain't ready to buy no teeth. Okay? I need mine to stay looking white and pearly, and a little baking soda, a little bleed, a little water. How you wash, brush your teeth, little crest, little baking soda. I like the baking soda toothpaste, what is that? Bacon almond hammer. I like that. Yeah, I like that. Make my teeth white. Then I go get my teeth cleaned by the dentist. That's important.
Peroxide too.
I like that too. I do the peroxide too, because it has it in there. It has almond hammer peroxide. I love it because it gets like fuzzy and fizzy, and you can see it working in your mouth. And I love it.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. I want everybody to follow Miss Trena Be Real.
Yes.
I want y'all to tune in every Friday. What time is it at?
It's at 10 p.m. And this Friday we have Joya from the Friendship Society. She would teach you about intellectual properties as an artist. If you want to write or you want to work for one of these big companies like Ford, or doing commercial jingles, or anything like that. If you're an artist and you don't know about intellectual property, we got Free Game Friday from Miss Joya Owens of the Friendship Society. Then we got Miss Janelle of the Creative Square Studio, BK Brooklyn. So it's an art event space. So you can sip and paint, girl. So a little sip and painting. Hey. Got a quarantine safe, COVID safe. So she got parties and events for people. And I also have Auntie Ife, of course. She's gonna be there. And then I have a little quick fashion forward segment to show you how to, make your ordinary plain outfits cute with a little heavy jewelry. I got my little fashion correspondent, Miss Carla, gonna stop in and show y'all this week's fashion bling for only $5. You ain't gotta break the bank. I know some of y'all lost that $600, so I know money tight. So I'm showing you how to shop on my channel for keep it looking cute for a little bit of money for your home.
That because my thing is, if you wasn't smart with that $600 for the past 4 months.
Well, we know some of them won't. Let's just be honest. We see the new cars. We seen the lace wigs. We seen the seafood balls. We seen some of y'all riding on those Revell bikes. We know they was charging by the minute. Yeah. So we know y'all spent the money, right? Yes. We know you did. Oh, they was at the liquor store every day. They was having a quarantine party. But the reality is this: whatever little coins you gonna have now is the time to figure out how to conserve so you don't lose your mind in the meantime, and keep your sexiness in this time.
You always got to keep that sexiness, and you always got to keep that cuckoo smelling good.
Yeah.
I love to tell the ladies to take that Chlorofresh.
Chlorofresh. You heard her say it. Chlorofresh. And where can they get it at, boo? Amazon, Whole Foods.
Whole Foods. That's right.
My girls onto it from day one. That's the first thing. That was the first thing we talked about on that show. I had to make sure my crew knew how everybody and we different flavors of lemonade. We is strawberry, raspberry, peach. We got every flavor of lemonade on Tuesday. So I had to make sure that the cuckoos matched the lemonade.
Well, you want to know something? I think some women, especially because I'm in the whole dance hall scene, and a lot of ladies talk about drinking pineapple juice, fresh pineapple juice.
That's good too.
It's clean. I think that's good. I also think cranberry juice. That's not just any commercial cranberry juice, like that straight cranberry sour cranberry juice. Drink that cranberry juice and that Chlorofresh. I think people need to be on that black seed oil.
You better tell them.
Too. Drink your lemonade water.
Yes.
Drink that cucumber with mint and water.
And soak it. You got to soak her.
You guys, I do the yoni steam.
I just ordered mine. I just ordered it. I'm waiting for it to come in. When it come in, I'm definitely going to tell you. You inspired me to order it. So I'm letting you know I did order it.
Good.
I'm waiting for mine to come in. When I steam, I want to do a video so I can show y'all for the show. Like, look, I might not show y'all the old, but I'm going to show you like me steaming the water. And then I'm going to show y'all and I'm going to tell y'all how I felt when I was done. Because I just know I'm already feeling like I'm going to be tingling. It's already feeling nice and fresh, but I know it's going to be extra, like, you know.
It's extra because I feel like when you sit on the steam and once you're like out of the mindset, oh, am I doing it right?
Right.
You let your vajayjay just relax. Your vajayjay just goes like this.
It's going. I can't wait for mine to go.
Just go. So for women who have multiple yeast infections, for women who have
they said for fibroids, heavy menstrual, for cramp, right, all that.
Do it because I have recently found out that I have 2 fibroids. That's really like that's about this size.
Wow.
One, and then one that's about this size.
So do they remove it or they just leave it?
I'm actually they said that I can remove it. I'm actually going to get it removed, but I'm going to do it in the less like there's ways that you could do it that's like not so drastic, not so like
harmful.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I think we should talk more about that because you know fibroids is really big in the black in black women.
They are, and endometriosis. That's very big in our community.
Yes, and I can feel my fibroids during sex.
Wow.
And it can be painful. And I've talked to other women who have fibroids and they said that they feel like their vagina, which is coming from the inside out. You know what I'm saying? So I looked into that's why I looked into the yoni steaming because of the fibroids. You know what I mean? And so and women who have maybe cysts on their ovaries. You know, this is something that I feel like people don't really talk about.
Listen, the funny thing that you said is cysts over there. I remember when I first decided I wanted to have more children after my oldest daughter. I went to the doctor and they told me I had one working ovary. And they told me it would be very hard to have, a kid. And I actually started drinking like Jamaican roots. I think more roots and herbs help heal because after that, it wasn't no problem getting pregnant. I was like, I had one and 15 months later, I was pregnant again. So I think it's about a detox from the inside out. And what I did was I definitely left like meats and stuff alone for a while.
Yeah.
And did more of a cleanse. Like I said, I do. And I definitely believe colonics help. You got to do deep cleaning.
Yes, I definitely agree with you because that I just feel like a lot of women are not educated in that department. especially with Black women. And so my goal with Red Light Special Live is to educate our Black women or women of color about their vaginas.
Yes, especially their vaginas, which is so important. It helps everything else. Like, they don't realize that's your core. Your vagina is the core of your soul, and it helps your thinking process. So if you rotten here, you're gonna be rotten thinking here. You gotta if you're gonna have stinking thinking, it starts from your core. So you gotta heal. Yeah, it does.
And another way I learned more about my vagina is because I had an injury in my groin. About 10 years ago, I did a show on the stage, and I wore pink Timberlands, and we were dancing to Doodoo Brown.
You was getting it in, won't you?
Getting it, bitch.
Doodoo round, doodoo round, doodoo round. I remember doodoo round.
And there was a split on my weaker side, and because I had on Timbs and the floor it was very resistant, my shit just stretched.
Whoa.
So I went through all this physical therapy. The woman had to put her finger up my vagina to massage the area. I was like, wow, you know what I mean? I got to do all of that just so I can feel release. And then that's when I really started to get into like the womb care and all of that.
Like, you just talking about it had me all in the corner. I'm about to I can't even imagine.
I still have issues with it now. It's still difficult.
But you saying that made me slide all the way down. You see how as you were saying, digging, I was I was there. I was feeling all that pain. I was like, I started sliding.
Well, thank you so much, girl. I think you're awesome. I feel you're a jewel. I feel that people should watch you, follow you. I think I want to go and watch One Dope Chick Who Didn't Quit.
Yes.
Media every Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You've been in the game and you deserve all your flowers. You know what I mean? Today, and I love working with you. I just think you're so dope.
Thank
you. In the future, I don't say I hope. I know in the future we will collaborate on some shit.
You already know. If you don't come back here before I come to LA, all this quarantine, they got us locked in. So I don't know when I'm gonna get out of here. But whenever I can come there.
No, I'll be back in New York soon.
All right. So either way, whether you come here or I come there, we definitely gonna connect. I love you, sis.
We gonna connect because I think you that bitch.
I love you, sis. Thank you so much.
You too. You are dope. You the queen. You the empress.
Thank you, sis.
No, we already passed the queen. You the empress. You hold down your empire.
Thank you, sis.
And everything that you work so hard for, you deserve all the accolades that come with it. You deserve all the flowers while you're here. Because,
thank you, sis.
Black women, we work so damn hard and we don't even get a fucking thank you.
That's all right. We're going to thank ourselves this year. This is the year. Dust your own shoulders off. I'm going to teach them how to dust their own shoulders off. We're going to be dusting our own shoulders off. We're going to be dusting our own shoulders off. We're going I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Love you too. Thank you so much for tuning in, y'all. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Trina Be Real. She will be back. This will not be the only time you see her.
Because we got to talk about keeping them coochies right.
We need a whole seminar on keeping the coochie fresh. That one dope chick who didn't quit.
See you soon.
Thank you so much, girl. Love you.
Love you too.
Much blessings. All right. I'll see you soon.
All right.
Ciao. All right, y'all. Shout out to Trina Be Real. Make sure y'all follow her. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'll be back next week with more guests. So y'all know I have been moving from one location to the next location, but I am in my solid location for the next couple months. So make sure y'all tune in. I will be there. Y'all can follow your girl. You know that I love y'all. And if you want to be on the show, send me an email or DM me. At the same time, if you want to sponsor your liquor, holla at your girl. Thank y'all for tuning in. Cheers to y'all. See you next week. Ciao. Ooh.